Hello Art129 class, and welcome to the remote instructional video for May 13th. Last week, just a reminder that I went over how to fix errors if you get a message from Canvas that you can't upload things. Usually it'll be some kind of a user limit error. And then I also went over if you needed to mail the textbook because you wouldn't be here the following semester. But as for now, just hold on to the textbook if you will be around, and then as soon as the campus opens back up, you can return it. Another reminder to make sure you have multiple URLs with 000 hosting so that you don't lose points when turning those things in. Just in, if there's a problem, you just switch to the other URL that you have with them, because all of our process checks will be live on 000 hosting. Okay, that was short for this week. Let's go ahead and look at what is due for next week, May 20th. So on May 20th, we will have a process check on the WordPress site. And even if you plan on doing things different to your WordPress site, just make sure that for this process check, you follow the instructions given here. So you must have a new theme, not the default theme that it came with. The landing page, the default page that comes up when you type in your URL, must not be your blog. So it must look more like a website now, either totally just a website or a website that just so happens to have also a blog. You need to have a menu that takes you to at least 2 other pages, and one of the pages must have a gallery on it that contains a minimum of 3 images that you upload to that gallery. So these things are discussed on the videos that I have for WordPress, and on WordPress itself there's a whole community's worth of information available. And then the WordPress site as a project will be due May 27th. Now remember that here under Files is the grade sheet, so make sure you're using that as a checklist when you go through it. And I'll just download this real quick with you here. You go to the 3 dots, go to download. This can be the same exact WordPress address that you used when we did the blog. Could be a different one, doesn't matter. Whatever URL you give me will be what I grade. Now, as I've mentioned, the topic for this WordPress site can be the exact same one that you're doing for Dreamweaver, and I believe everyone is doing a portfolio site, so this can just be another version of a portfolio site. But it does have some absolute requirements that you must do for grade purposes, and then of course once it's graded you can do whatever you want with it. So all of the pages need to work together. There shouldn't be any pages on there that don't make any sense. If so, just remove them from the menu. The pages must not look like a blog except for the actual blog page, but you wouldn't have a portfolio page or an about page where you let people make comments or likes. That just doesn't come across as professional for a portfolio site. The site must contain a blog with at least 3 posts. So if you're using the other site, you've already done that when you came up with the thing about developing your Dreamweaver site and got feedback from the class on that. The posts must be categorized. So none should show up as uncategorized. And all this stuff is mentioned in the videos, and you can dig into WordPress.com for even more options. It does need to have a working menu and an actual contact page with a form on it, so just no emails exposed. An image gallery or slideshow with at least 7 images. No copyright infringement. Well, I guess we don't have access to the scanner, but you guys have your phones, and so even if you haven't developed a portfolio yet, you can just shoot 7 images and put them on there for now. And then the grading is just based on following the directions, trying out a new theme, trying out a theme is for this coming week. You could switch back to the default theme as long as that supports your content, and following the video instructions so that the header looks professional, not words all squished together. And does it serve your purpose? Do people get to just go in and enjoy the site, or are they distracted with a whole bunch of stuff on the sidebar? And is it easy for them to get where they need to be? Hopefully you know this by heart now, but just a quick reminder, the videos are under instructional videos, the name of our class, Art129, and then all the WordPress ones are located together here under set 4. Okay, and then we also have a process check on the Dreamweaver site. Reminder of where the Dreamweaver videos are located. So no matter which site setup you're doing, everyone watches video number 11 and the first part of video number 12. And then if necessary, keep watching video 12, which would mean that you have vector graphic work that you want to show on the web. And then everyone watch video that is titled Photoshop Project or Image to Web Size between number 13 and 14. And then grading for the process check for the Dreamweaver site, as long as you have a working carousel with at least one of your finished images on it, with the side or top bars as explained in the videos, you'll get a 36 out of 40. And the closer the carousel is to finished, so to get the higher grade, just have the carousel finished, close to finished. Remember, every site must contain an image carousel, so if you believe you have some kind of an exception for that, you might just want to make like a little side project with the carousel, but I think most people would benefit from one anyhow based on what I've seen. And I've already talked about just holding on to the loaner textbook above the fold. And this isn't as important for you all this semester because we've been using 000 hosting, not waiting till the last minute. And then just so you know, the last 2 days in general, the 27th will be the last process check of your final project. It'll also be the date that your WordPress site is due. And then the 3rd is our final meeting in which you will present your final project, normally on the big screen, but this semester it will be done via Zoom. Okay, no Zoom meeting for the 20th. We will be having one on the 13th of May, and then we'll do one on the 27th to look at your WordPress sites because they will be finished and due at that time. And then, of course, the following week will be our final.